What existed before the stars, the planets, and us? How did life emerge from nothingness? You are about to witness the most magnificent project in history, step by step, day by day. In the very beginning, there was nothing, only thick darkness and absolute silence. But God decided to create a new, wondrous world out of nothing, and a new being in his own image and likeness, calling him man. Just 6 days, no coincidences, only a brilliant plan. Let's go! In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was empty and shrouded in darkness. Day 1. God said,
"Let there be light."
And light appeared. God loved the light, and he separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day and the darkness night. From that moment, time found its rhythm. Thus, the first day ended. Imagine, before that moment, there was no morning, no evening, no schedule. On the second day, God created the sky. He separated the waters. Some stayed in the oceans, others rose up high. That's how the clouds and the air we breathe appeared. Thus the second day ended. The third day. God gathered the waters in one place, and dry land appeared. He called the dry land earth and the waters seas. And God saw that it was good. Without this step, we'd strictly be swimming like fish right now, or in sinking like bricks. Can you guess what God created next? God saw how empty and plain the earth looked. So God said,
"Let greenery appear on the earth."
And everywhere grass, bushes, trees, and flowers blossomed. The meadows came alive with bright colors, and the forests filled with freshness. Even the cactus thorns were perfect, made to protect, not to hurt. Every plant held seeds for new life. Thus the third day ended. So, we have plants. But how will they survive? What did God create next? On the fourth day, God made the sun, the moon, and the stars. He placed them in the firmament of the sky. The sun was a source of warmth and light for the plants during the day. The moon, reflecting the sun's rays, became a soft lamp to light the earth at night. The stars scattered across the sky in thousands of twinkling dots, forming constellations, eternal landmarks for travelers and sailors. And so, calendars were born, making it possible to count days, months, and years, and God saw that it was good. Thus the fourth day ended. The sky and sea, the grass and trees, the moon and sun were ready, but who was there to admire their beauty? On the fifth day, God filled the sky and the seas with living creatures, huge whales, tiny fish, graceful jellyfish, and friendly sharks. Back then, they smiled without malice. Their teeth sparkled like pearls. Birds soared into the sky. Seagulls cried out, dolphins played. The world was filled with sound and life. And God said,
"Be fruitful and multiply."
And God saw that it was good. Thus the fifth day ended. On the sixth day, God created the animals. Funny cows, majestic lions, little mice, long-eared rabbits, and many others, each creature given its own unique beauty. No animal looked like another. How wonderful the earth had become. But God saw that something was still missing. God carried out his plan, one conceived even before Satan's fall. Remember? We showed that in the last cartoon. Have you guessed what became the crown of creation? A monkey? Seriously? No, friends. The crown of creation was something far more perfect. God's most important creation was man. God the Father said to the Son,
"Let us make man in our image. He will have eyes, ears, a nose, a mouth, hands, and feet, and he will eat seeds and the fruit of plants. In some ways, he will be like the animals, but he will be completely different. He will be like us. We will give man the ability to think, so he can understand the world. He will be able to speak and express his thoughts. He will have a heart to love. And like the angels, he will have free will to trust and love us, his God, or to live differently."
God knew free will is risky. Remember? It had already once been misused. But love is impossible without freedom. God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed the breath of life into him, and the man became a living being. The first man's name was Adam.
Hi.
God placed him in the east in a garden called Eden. It was paradise. The Creator asked Adam to take care of the garden. Adam liked this task. It brought him joy. And God said,
It is not good for man to be alone. Let us make him a helper, suitable for him. But first, he must understand for himself that he needs another person.
God gave Adam the task of naming all the animals. That's how cats became cats.
You remind me of a horse's head, but in the water? I'll call you a seahorse. And what an interesting nose you have. I've seen that before. I'll call you a platypus.
Adam was very pleased that he could give names to all living beings. But suddenly Adam realized that every animal had a pair. And he didn't. That made him feel sad. Would you feel lonely if you were the only person on the planet? God put Adam into a deep sleep, and while he slept, took one of his ribs and made a woman out of it. When Adam woke up, God brought the woman to him.
Now I'm not alone, Tay. Here is the woman I've been dreaming of.
Adam gave his wife a name. He called her Eve. Together they became the crown of creation, a reflection of God's love. And God saw that everything he had made was very good. Thus, the sixth day of Earth's creation was completed. When the seventh day came, God set it apart from all others. This day became special, a day of rest, a time when everyone could enjoy the beauty of creation. Adam and Eve were happy because they could communicate with each other and also talk with and praise their Creator, who gave them everything for a joyful life. But remember how we talked about free will? God also gave the first humans the chance to make a choice. Many trees with delicious fruits were created for people. Adam and Eve walked through the garden often, constantly discovering new things and eating different fruits. But in the middle of the garden stood two mysterious trees. God himself named them. One was called the Tree of Life. Eating from it meant living forever. The other was the Tree of the Knowledge of Good and Evil. God warned them not to eat from the Tree of Knowledge, or else they would die. But one day, Eve was walking in the garden alone. She saw a beautiful serpent in the Tree of the Knowledge of Good and Evil. We all remember who was really behind him. He spoke to Eve in a human voice to deceive her. But that's another story. If you want to know what happened next, don't miss the next video.